AMG Mercedes has peeled off into the pit lane. We have got a restart for the final race for the Suzuki Swift Sport Cup. Rob Gibson now the race leader with AJ Lauder right in behind, and I don't know that he'll be able to see much right now.
No, but he's pulled to the outside either to get some vision or have a good crack at going around the outside of Rob Gibson at turn 1.
So Rob Gibson looking for his first victory. We were talking about that with Jamie, about Jamie Gaskin. He's gone off at the sweeper. I think he's managed to extract himself, but Sam Barry, who was second on track, did exactly the same thing to bring out the safety car. There's Mike Turley. So the now former championship leader is up into the 7th position behind Grant Ryan. Where is Dane Fisher? He is 8th at the moment. These are just treacherous conditions. Absolutely treacherous conditions. And of all the races this weekend for the Suzukis, we haven't actually seen any contact in the most difficult conditions of the weekend.
I think they're all a bit scared.
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Oh, Grant Ryan, it's just, there is standing water out there on the racetrack now. This is just... Can't believe how quick the weather can turn around down here. I mean, we're used to it in Auckland.
Yeah. And Rod Gibson's doing a great job. You know, I guess they're trying to salvage something out of a pretty bad weekend for the Gibson boys.
Yes, Mark Gibson is back in the 10th position in the number 35 car. Rob Gibson is the race leader. Rob is the older of the two brothers, 20 years of age, based out of Taupo. Both boys former motocross racers. Yeah, what an introduction they've had to Suzuki. As AJ Lauder's going to pull to the outside, and will he take the lead down into the southern loop? Rob Gibson's going to try and stay there. It's his line to have. And he holds on to it. Good close racing from those two.
And AJ did the right thing there and just backed out of it and probably thought maybe have another crack somewhere else.
So AJ Lauder, just 16 years of age. Mark Spring now up into the 3rd position in the VNC Cocktails 89.
And here comes Springer.
How's Springy going in the wet? He's obviously enjoying it out there at the moment.
Mark's pretty brave, so and he's been doing it for a while, so he's definitely, you know, obviously done some wet races and will have a hand in the pie a bit better than a few of these other boys.
Sean Lawrence's Liquorland Suzuki's like a bit of a beacon back there in the 4th spot with the day glow green. Jamie Gaskin is scored in the 5th position. So the LG Motorsport Suzuki back up in 250. He was the early race leader. Where's he come from?
Must have been one of those good loops, and he's managed to save it and join back in halfway in mid-pack.
So Gaskin right back there in the mix. Grant Ryan is 6th. Mike Turley 7th. Dane Fisher 8th. And Chris Cox and Mark Gibson complete the top 10. 5 laps left to go here. Like we've been saying all weekend with all of the classes, this is definitely not over yet. Any one of probably half a dozen different drivers could win this race.
Yeah, anyone in the top 6 is, you know, once they get a handle on it and obviously start working together, they'll start coming through the field quickly. Just
to highlight how slow the lap times are in the wet now compared to the dry. Earlier on today, fastest lap in the 2nd race was Ben Eriksson at a 1:14.0, and they're now doing what, 1:25s. So a significant difference in lap speed. Running the same tyres as they would in the wet or the dry. Rob Gibson a little bit of a break now out in front. He had a 0.2 of a second advantage over Lauder at the start-finish line. He's certainly extended that. Mark Spring splashes his way through the apex of the hairpin.
Oh, Dane Fisher gets it.
Fisher, yep. He ran a little bit wide, just lost a spot to Chris Cox there, and very possibly Mark Gibson to the inside. I don't know if I should even try to start work out points here at the moment.
Yeah, Dane is after the round win. I'm sure he's not. You know, that would just cap off obviously a great weekend. He's got to kind of be in the top 6 or 7 from what he worked out, you know, to have the round win.
Well, there's only 9 points between himself and Mike Turley for the overall championship. Turley is 7th. Fisher's just dropped back to 10th. So the difference between 7th and 10th, 42 points for 7th, 33, so 9 points. The difference for the spot. And guess what? The championship leaders, 9 points. They're tied right now. They are tied. Dane Fisher in 10th, Mike Turley in 7th. That is how competitive the Suzuki Swift Sport Cup is.
And I guess that's the beauty about this one-make series, you know. The championship is so close, and you can't afford to make too many mistakes throughout the season. You know, consistency will win you this championship.
Grant Ryan just had a little bit of a handful on the wheelie, would have had a bit of a seesaw motion going there through the S's. There's Mike Turley. So he's in the 7th position. Dane Fisher can improve on 10th. He'll go back into the championship lead, but we might leave Teretonga with just a few points separating first and second in the championship, which started the weekend was 42 points. Mike Turley back to AJ Lauder.
As Daniel Lemberg comes into the pits.
Yeah, issues with the Challenge Fuels Suzuki Swift. Big contact with the tyre wall in race number 2.
As Dane Fisher comes under some pressure from Ben Eriksson.
Right, so let's see where they are. Fisher up to 9th, so he's back into the championship lead by just a couple of points. 6 points, so he would have the championship lead by 3 with 2 laps left to go here.
You only need 1 point to win a championship, Jamie, so...
Yeah, we've got how many more rounds left to go after this? I think the Suzuki boys are going to struggle to get over this weekend. Certainly the Motorsport New Zealand stewards will be happy to see the end of this one as well. The funniest call was the call for every judicial camera out of every Suzuki after the first race of the weekend. 30-lap mini enduro. Oh, Rob Gibson, he holds on to it.
That's a huge save.
That is a huge save, but he's going to lose the lead. He gets monstered by AJ Lauder, Mark Spring. How's he recovered that? That is a fantastic recovery.
Only he could probably answer that. It happened pretty quickly.
He can't speak. He's just speechless. He's just speechless. 1 more left to go after this. He's gathered it back up. He's kept it straight. But AJ Lauder, Mark Spring and Sean Lawrence all go by him. So Gibson back to 4th into the clutches of Jamie Gaskin in 5th. Grant Ryan 6th, then it's Turley, Mark Gibson, Dane Fisher. Fisher's still got that 3-point championship lead overall.
And AJ Lauder with both windows down, trying to get some airflow through that car.
Yeah, you won't want to be fogging up. I mean, it's hard enough to see through the television pictures. There's Mark Spring. So AJ Lauder, he would be looking for his first win in the championship.
And so would Mark Spring and Sean Lawrence.
AJ Lauder in the Team Aegis Racing.
Oh, Mark
Suzuki Spring, he's gone! Around he goes!
That's in the wall.
Oh, contact left side, and that's big contact. It's done a lot of damage to the left side of the VNC Cocktail Suzuki. Well, the drama continues in Suzuki's.
The problem is, as soon as the car gets a bit sideways and it hits the grass, as we see a replay.
Here's the peak replay. Just got it wrong through to the S's. How did Sean Lawrence miss him?
And it just takes off when it hits the grass.
Oh, and look at the damage to the left-hand side. A lot of work to do for the team before Timaru for the next round of the championship in just a week's time. Sean Lawrence up the inside. No, pulls back in behind AJ Lauder. They'll take the last lap board. So it's AJ Lauder, Sean Lawrence, Rob Gibson. Some of these other positions are going to more than likely change. Turley up to 6th. Fisher is 9th. So we could be back towards a tie.
Ben Eriksson's got past Dane Fisher.
So Ben Eriksson, the spoiler. Turley in 6th. Fisher in 9th. And we're back to that 9-point swing. We are tied for the championship.
And Mark Gibson, who started off the back row.
Ben Eriksson's off in the juiced up Rock Energy drink, Suzuki. Well, it's all starting to happen in the last laps.
And that would give Dane Fisher the lead.
That would give Dane the points lead back. Well, it's just chopping and changing just about every corner at the moment. AJ Lauder looking for his first win in 10-11. I can't remember if AJ has previously won a race in the Suzukis. I don't know that he has. Maybe a reverse gritter in his first season. I don't think AJ's won one yet.
And Sean Lawrence is not going to let him have this easy.
He's going to go to the outside under brakes to 7. AJ's got the inside line. Lawrence trying it in deep. He may get away with this around the outside of AJ Lauder.
It's a drag race to the end with Lawrence just in front.
Well, Sean Lawrence's dad, Graham Lawrence, a New Zealand motor racing legend. AJ Lauder's uncle is Paul Radisich, another New Zealand motor racing legend. Sean Lawrence, well, he's had a horror weekend. He will take out the finale at Teretonga for the Suzuki's ahead of AJ Lauder. Rob Gibson in third. Turley has crossed the line in sixth. Where is Dane Fisher? Up into eighth. Fisher will have the championship lead, but not by much, heading to Timaru. Well, it may be wet, but what action. Sean Lawrence, well, he takes out his first win of the championship ahead of AJ Lauder, Rob Gibson, Jamie Gaskin, Grant Ryan, Mike Turley. Go back to Mark Gibson, Dane Fisher, Chris Cox and Tom Barker. And Dane Fisher, the championship leader, heading to Timaru.
Sean, there was a Lawrence and a Radisich, both batting for the race win, mate. Congratulations, your first race win. Which better way could that happen?
Oh, I don't think it could happen any better way. I mean, I love the wet, and Dad's always said just smooth, 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 and we kept it smooth the whole race and knew it only counted to be in the one place on that last lap, and we made it happen. I'm just wrapped, eh? It's fantastic.